What's up, y'all? It's Lisa Charnay. Welcome back to my channel. So, Melissa Ford has this podcast called I'm Here for the Food, which I love. Y'all should check it out. But one of her co hosts brought up a good topic, and she was saying how toxic positivity is something that we need to be mindful of, which it made me think because you know how I'm always on my channel talking about like negative thinking and how your thoughts create your reality and all this other stuff. And I didn't realize like that I really haven't been giving myself time to I really haven't been giving myself time to process my feelings because I think I get so hung up and stuck on, oh, I have to think positive, I got to think positive, that I don't allow myself to really deal with the pain sometimes or deal with the actual situation at hand. So, it made me think, and it's like, that's a good point because I feel like it's all about balance, as with everything in life. Too much of something is bad, and, if you have too little of something, that's also bad. So, you don't want to always be negative, but then you don't always want to be too positive either because, number one, it can be irritating because, there's good and bad in life. There's nobody who's always happy 24/7, who's always looking at the bright side. Even if we say those words, how we feel in that moment may not always be, okay, well, things are going to work out. And I feel like it could come off a little fake. And that's not, and I hope you guys don't get that perception from watching my videos. Because when I heard it and I thought about it, I was like, dang, maybe I'd be doing that. But my point is, like, when I make videos or when I do posts, I just want to send like positive vibes. I don't want to come on here complaining about how my life is horrible. I want to give you guys something, a silver lining, a message in each video. So I hope you guys don't take it, the wrong way and feel like, okay, she's faking, she's fronting. She not always is happy. Because trust me, I'm not. And I still have my negative moments. But, the key is you can't dwell on it. And I guess that's what I mean, and that's what I want to clarify, from this point forward. When I say think positive and don't let your negative thoughts consume your mind, and, you got to change your mind to change your reality, stuff like that. I'm not saying that you can never have a bad feeling because, it's not, that's not reality. We have feelings and we have to experience the bad in order to appreciate the good. So I'm not saying that. But I also want to get the point across that you can't dwell on the bad things. And you can't have like that pessimistic, I think it's pessimistic, that pessimistic outlook on life. Like, okay, well, like always expecting the worst. And I feel like that's what a lot of people do. And what I used to do, I expect the worst so that way I'm not disappointed when, the bad things happen. But I feel like if you expect that, then that's most likely what you're going to get. However, take time to actually feel your emotions, though, y'all. I'm not saying to just keep it pushing regardless, because I'm guilty of doing that, and I've found myself doing that lately. Like, I might feel sad about something, or I might wake up just feeling like, my mood fluctuates. Sometimes I'm happy, sometimes I might be a little off. And I caught myself like the other day, like it wasn't even a negative thought, like something actually like triggered me. I'm always having emotions popping up, as with any healing process. And instead of me like really evaluating like my feelings like I used to do, I found myself like pushing the thought out of my mind. Like, nope, it's gonna work out. There's no point in worrying about it. It's okay. And it's like, it's really not okay to do that because I didn't allow myself to actually feel my emotions. And then what that causes is just more of me suppressing. And that's what I just came from. I don't want to get to a point where I'm so focused on being positive that I keep pushing my feelings to the side. So that's something to be mindful of. And I had to realize that's why it was meant for me to watch. See, I always feel like I always feel like regardless of, who we're around, what we watch, there's always a message in it. Like, you're always going to get the answer to whatever you're feeling if you pay attention. Because immediately, like, I had just had that thought earlier that day, and then I watched the podcast, and that's exactly what they were talking about. which is exactly what I needed to hear in that moment. Like, take a day or two, sit with your feelings. Don't be so quick to just bounce back. It's okay to be sad sometimes, as long as you don't stay there. And that's, the point of this video and the point I'm trying to make. And going forward, that's what I mean. And to be real about the fact that I kind of was not faking it. I wasn't doing it on purpose, but I realized I was kind of like putting up a perception like, all you have to do is just think positive thoughts and everything's going to work out. And it's just not the case. It's just not that easy. It's not that simple. You want to change your mind, but don't be oblivious to your actual emotions. And that's okay. And it is toxic when it's too much, because it just builds that wall back up, and then you start feeling guilty if you do feel sad. And that's the same thing I just came from. That's what caused me to get in that position in the first place, pushing my emotions to the side, not thinking about it. So what sense would that make for me to continue on like that? So I'm glad I caught it, and I just wanted to share it with you guys. So you could be mindful of it as well.